bit again today, pain wise and whatever, hence the slinky nightgown. I'm not sure what happened there. It's like a watermark, probably from where I washed my hair. Yeah, there's watermarks around here. Must have been from where I washed my hair. Okay, so because I'm struggling a bit today and because it's very hot, hello there Bushra, I thought I'd do a really simple look using Trini London and have a chat to you ladies. So I hope it's interesting enough for you. But Trini London, I'm okay, but my pain's bad again. The heat's not doing me much good. My wraps have arrived. Hello, Nina. So just struggling a bit with motivation because my pain is not good. But I'm on with the Ali Pallies again. And I thought what I reach for when I'm struggling with motivation, this looks a lot worse on camera than it is. It's a watermark from where I washed my hair. Anyway, what I thought I would do is use some Trini London makeup, because I always use this when I'm struggling a bit, because you can put it all on with your hands. And I've just put in an order with Trini London. I'm just going to put on some BFF SPF Skin Perfector. This is in shade dark. I've ordered, she's brought out some brushes and I couldn't help myself. I thought they look really good and they're not too long, so they're still quite portable. And with that you get 3 free samples, so I've ordered some of the skincare samples to try. Now, I keep saying I'm going to upload loads of videos and one is ready to go out. I've just got to do it. So I keep saying it. Motivation is not my thing at the moment. And that's to do with pain. So do excuse me. But I've got one ready to go up, which I'll try and put up this afternoon. And I'll try not to promise too much. But I've got the one about the powder that I got. But I've also done a bit of an Aldi shop. Some very interesting dupes. There's a dupe of the Bobbi Brown face base, which is remarkably similar, at least in smell. I haven't tried it on yet. Is this just everyone saying hello, or do I need to respond? No, everyone's saying hello. So hello Stacey, hello Terry, hello Bushra, hello Nina, hello Stacey, hello Rebecca. Pain management comes first. You've been dying to try the BFF Serum Foundation. Yes, well, I'm putting that on next. So let me just show you. So first of all, this is the cream that's got, so there's a difference because people get confused. Do you want to say hello to people, Jack, quickly? No, I'm good. His voice is broken. Anyway, so just to show you the difference between these two. This is like a moisturiser with SPF, but it's got those little grey gritty bits, so that when you put it on your skin and you start rubbing, it's a bit like Unisex Healthy Glow. But I've actually now prefer this one. Now I've moved over to the dark one. This is the dark one because it's actually a better pigment for me now than Unisex. For some reason, that I think they changed the pigment in Unisex Healthy Glow to make it slightly lighter, and it doesn't colour correct as well as it used to on me. But that's the cream. So that's called the BFF Skin Perfector, and that's what I've just put on my face. Now the thing that Bushra was asking about, which is the BFF Serum De-Stress. Now they do 2 of these. They do another one for dry skin, which tightens pores and is more mattifying. And some people even that don't have dry skin, I know some of my Ali Pallies really like the one for dry skin, but I've got this one, which is sort of more anti-aging, more for drier skin. And this one's got more pigment in than that. I'm going to put that over this so that you can see. So I'm using the shade, I think it's called Davinia, not Davinia. Oh, Leslie, right? So that's Leslie. And then you rub that in, and this is really good because actually it's one of those that looks better the longer it's on. Like within an hour or so, your skin looks even better than it did when it was first applied. Right, so it gives you a lovely look, and lovely natural look, but still with coverage. So I'm just going to show you that next. So look, I'll just do half my face so that you can see the difference. And also, Trini's makeup is hybrid really between skincare and makeup. And as you know, Trini really knows her stuff when it comes to skincare. I don't know if you've ever tuned into any of her Facebook or Instagram or YouTube posts, but she really does know her skincare, and she's got skincare specialists. I've been so tempted to buy some of her skincare, but I really can't justify it because I've got so much skincare from my cohorted boxes that I've got to use up. So can you see? So that's the side that's been done. She does, doesn't she? She also has a lot of treatments done, but not Botoxy stuff. She has a lot of very, different treatments, like different types of facials. And she does a lot of, what's it called? Microneedling. So there's the side that's been done with the BFF serum. And that's the side that's not. So you can see it evens out your skin tone quite nicely. I just thought I'm dead, and I was thinking, what on earth is going on here? You're dead by 8 p.m. Doesn't that look awful? Now that's just a water stain. And something else that I think I've just got BFF serum. I'll have to put this in the wash. Oh dear. A water stain from where I wash my hair. But you don't notice it normally, but because I'm in a certain light, it looks really bad. Right, okay. I'm going to put a little bit more, and I'm going to dab it around the areas that I've got pigmentation. Now, if that is not enough coverage, I'm doing a sort of 3-layered approach here. She's then got a very, very kind of thick foundation cum concealer that you can use called Just a Touch. So what I often do, but then what's great is that once you put these on, you don't really have to do very much of that. You can just spot correct. And it's a really good spot corrector. So I'm going to show you that. It's just been a while since I've done Trini. And I know that a lot of people are interested in Trini. So I thought I'd show you that. I'm going to do a very simple look today, because I just can't rush around looking for things. And some of my Trini, I've put, the thing with Trini is because it's so portable, I end up with bits and pieces all over the place rather than together. But now I'm going to use Just a Touch. Now, interestingly, I originally got the wrong match for this. And then when I had a kind of match done by one of the makeup artists, she said I was Bex, and I had the shade just underneath Bex. gave it to my sister, and my sister loves it. So this is Beck's, and this is a very kind of thick, putty-like. Now, you can see, now she does do an under-eye serum, but I actually prefer this because it lasts longer. So it's a matter of choice. She does an under-eye BFF. Which is very light, but I just don't find it gives me enough coverage. And it's just too light. I quite like this. But also what I like about this is I can go around and just spot correct little brown marks. Like so. And here, cheek peak, get rid of that. And you literally just put a tiny bit on your fingers and then just pat it in and off it goes. That's just a touch, yes. So it's very pigmented, as you can see. Now, I mean, I don't normally cover this, but just to show you. See? Now, that's a really dark brown mark, and I don't normally cover it because it's not really... It's more what I would call a beauty spot than anything. But then I do... Now, you see where I've got the thread veins? Now, this, by the way, I've got a matching one the other side. This was caused by... when I was younger, I used to have a lot of blackheads on my nose. And I used those strips. And they were so strong that they gave me a thread vein. And this also, I think, makes an excellent base. Now, you don't really need much of a base to Trini London eyeshadows because they're all cream. But when I say base, I don't mean base in the terms of making something stick as much as evening out the skin tone where it might be a bit darker. And I've been struggling with sleep quite a bit, so my eyelids are quite dark at the moment, so it just evens out your skin tone. Trini is portable, yeah. As I said before, though, I do wish that she'd colour code her lids so that maybe then she's got green for eyes and blue for lips or something, because otherwise you go to reach for things and everything looks exactly the same. Stacey's just said, does anyone know when the CT Pillow Talk face palettes come out? It's a good question because I've been holding off my order until that comes out. I thought then I'd order the couple of Eyes to Mesmerise and whatever. Now I'm going to use this, Cha-Cha. And I'm going to use this because it will go with my headband and it will also instantly brighten up my face by putting this on my lips and my cheeks. And I'm doing it this way round rather than applying my eyeshadow first because this will do a lot and it will mean that I don't have to do as much on my eyes. And I'm trying to do a kind of minimal look today. Now, I like to build this up to be bold because you know I like my lipsticks. Christmas. Oh. Okay, well then at least I can go ahead and get the other things I want to get. I want to arrange an appointment with Nina's friend, who I always forget her name, Lena on Film, so I can get 15% off. Why pay full price? And I'm intrigued to try a new eye makeup remover. Now, I used to use her other one and she stopped selling it for a while, and now we know why. She's reformulated it with some nice ingredients, chamomile, I think, and stuff that's quite soothing for the eyes. So I might get myself a travel size of that. I do love the toner. I got a travel size of the toner. I think I went a bit mad there, but that's fine. You can rub it in, and if need be, I'm going to show you. If you go a bit mad, as I've just done with the, let's just deliberately go a bit mad with the blush. If you go a bit mad with the blush, like that, and Trini's always doing this, and you look a bit Aunt Sally-ish, it's fine, because you can then take your Just a Touch and calm it down a bit. See? Exactly. So that's what I'm going to do, Nina. Let's get a discount. Now, the other thing with Trini is, if you wanted to, I'm not going to. You could even put that on your eyes, but I'm not going to. I'm going to use a little bit of Empress, I think, just because it's within reach. Now, what's the other one I've got, which I really like? The other one I've got to hand. Now, I really like this. And it looks like nothing, but it makes you look really polished. Wisdom. I've got lipstick all over my hands. It looks like nothing, but again, it's like the Charlotte Tilbury Matte Eyes to Mesmerize. It's just got a really flattering shade. And again, good as a base. I love those kind of taupey shades on the eyes. I think they suit a lot of people. And then I'm going to put a bit of Empress on. This is Empress. It's got a gold fleck to it. It's really nice. I'm going to put a bit of that in the corner and up into the socket. It does. It's one of those lipsticks that really brightens up your face. Thank you, Nina. I just think as well, if any of you here suffer from like chronic fatigue or depression or fibro or anything like that, Trini is great, because you just pick up a few little pots and use your fingers. Very tactile experience. and you can do a full face. And the other thing that I'm going to do with Chariot, just looking for that little liner brush, evades me every time. My little tiny liner brush that I love. Never mind, I'm going to use my smudge brush. I'm going to put some Chariot on with the smudge brush to use it as a liner. Oh, definitely good for if someone's in hospital or they're on holiday. As I said, I used to use Trini a lot more when I was at work, because sometimes what I'd do is I'd put some makeup on in the morning when I was going to work, but I'd take Trini to top it up. So that was just using Chariot again, which is what I put on the outside. But instead I intensified it by just putting it on a smudge brush and using it as a liner. Basically, the concept of Trini is very much like my concept of pigment is pigment. And you'll see her often now using her lipsticks on her eyes, and I've never seen her use her eyeshadows on her lips, but I have. Now, let's use her Lash to Brow. I have that here. No, I haven't. It's a Trini tea brush. I thought that was her Lash to Brow. Where's her Lash to Brow gone? See, this is what I mean. I'll probably put it in another bag somewhere. Right, let's have a look. You're wearing Chariot today. It is very pretty, isn't it? Do you know what? As I haven't got the Lash to Brow near me, there is a bit of sparkle in this, but I think I can get away with it. I'm going to use, not Chariot, it's Empress. Sorry, did I say Chariot? I'm using Empress. Chariot's also very good. Chariot's the one that's got a green, it's a sort of khaki green, isn't it? What I'm going to do is, again, I'm looking for another brush now. I can't find any of the brushes that I want to use, but I'm going to use this one. I was looking for my slanted one, but I'm going to use this one, and I'm going to use it. It has got a bit of shimmer, but I think I'll get away with it. Yeah. Daniel Sandler does this a lot. He uses eyeshadows with a little bit of shimmer to give you a bit of highlight to the brow. Because you're applying it with a thinner brush, it's coming out as a different intensity. What's orangey? Hang on. Is it orangey? I've seen... Oh, right. Stacey, you... Oh, do you think Strawberry Shock? I think Strawberry Shock suits everyone. I think it's one of those shades that suits everyone. And I don't say that lightly. I can't think of anyone it wouldn't suit. I'm trying to think, is there anyone that I would say, no, it's not going to be your thing? And I can't, because it's just, I think cool tones it would suit. I think warm tones it would suit, because it would be a contrast. I think blue eyes, green eyes, brown eyes, I cannot. It's not orange, it's, have I got it here? I'll show it you again. It's not orange at all. Not orange at all. It's strawberry is the best description. And I actually think, I've said this to a few of you, that if she hadn't called it Strawberry Shock, I don't think it would have sold as well. But I think strawberry is a really good description of the colour, because it's a bright red, a bright sort of pinky red, but it's not an in-your-face red. It's a very wearable red. Let me see if I got Strawberry Shock here. If I have it here, I will show it you. Yes. Velvet Morning was very orange on you. Yeah, that is a bit more of an orangey red. Right, look. Can you see now? My headband is coral. I'll put it on if you like, but let me just swatch it on the palest part of my arm. It's described as coral because it's that, you see, coral is a pinky red, right? And depending, if you see all sorts of interpretation of coral, I've seen very orangey interpretations of coral. I've seen very pinky versions of coral. And then I've seen really true corals. You know, the reason I like the Tom Ford coral is because it's not got too much red in it. It's not got too much pink in it. It's not got too much orange. It's right in the middle. Let me put this on. I know I've got Cha-Cha, but as it's come up, now you can see now Cha-Cha is described as a coral, by the way. So actually it's very good. It illustrates my point. Let me just find my Cha-Cha again. Cha-Cha is coral. But if you put Cha-Cha next to Strawberry Shock, what have I done with the lid? If you put it next to Strawberry Shock, you'll see what I mean. So Cha-Cha is lighter, obviously, but it's got perhaps a little bit more pink in it. It's still orange. Coral is basically an orangey pink, isn't it? Now let me put this on. I know this doesn't necessarily help you because you're fairer skin, but now it looks quite red on me. So it will look slightly different on different people, but I just think it would suit anyone. Right, I'm going to put Cha-Cha. Let's put a bit of Cha-Cha over the top. Let's try that out. Let's put some Cha-Cha over the top of Strawberry Shock. I'm going to put some Cha-Cha in the middle of it to give me an ombre. Hello, Shahina. Actually, that works quite well. Have I said hello to Terry? If not, hello, Terry. So, because this is a bit lighter, you put it on in the middle, it makes your lips look bigger. Someone sent me a video the other day of me doing a demo. It was on a private Facebook group. I was doing some peer support for Spina Bifida charity. A demo of how to make your lips look bigger about 7 years ago. Oh, lovely pak choy. So you're going to do Chinese tonight? Chinese stir fry? I'm really annoyed that I haven't got my lash to brow in here. I thought that was it, you see. But anyway, never mind. I've done my brows with a bit of Empress. I had to look at it then because I knew I was going to call it Chariot. And it's not Chariot. I get Chariot and Empress mixed up every single time. Doesn't coral and blue go nicely? They complement one another. I think Trini's brought out a blue, hasn't she? Let's put a bit of... I'll put a bit of mascara on, but it won't be the Trini one. Let's put a bit of Dream Pop on. I haven't used this for a while, so let's put a bit of Dream Pop. I need to, when I go shopping with Lena on film, I need to have a list ready. I want to get something for my sister's birthday as well. My sister's birthday's coming up. Oh yes, Dream Pop and Mesmerising Maroon look lovely together. As you say, it does pull the look together. Especially if you've got green eyes. Have you got green eyes? No, you've got brown eyes, haven't you, Bushra? Doesn't matter though, I've got brown eyes, and as you can see, I still think it's, because there's a bit of, it's a purpley maroon. What I think is genius about Charlotte's, this and her Pillow Talk liner, is that This sort of mascara could very easily make you look tired if it had too much red in it. And the same goes for the Pillow Talk liner. But she manages to get enough purple, sort of bluey purple pigment in it to stop you looking potentially tired. Because I bought one from Urban Decay a few years ago, and it was a maroon one, and it just made me look like I hadn't slept because there was too much red in the pigment. So it just made me look like I had red eyes. I know it does. Matches it perfectly, doesn't it? Strawberry Shock. With a bit of Cha-Cha in the middle. I haven't seen Cha-Cha on Trini recently. Now, the other thing I'm going to show you to finish off, because I know where it is. Excuse me a second. It is Face Finish, which is Trini London's powder. It's not a powder at all. I think I've demonstrated this before, but again, it's always good in case people need some reminders of Trini products. And as I'm doing a Trini look. So this is Face Finish, and it's got silicones in it, which takes, now you can see where the shine is around these areas. And if I dab it on, now I believe another company's bought out a stick. Is it NYX? That's similar to this. But it just takes that shine off. Which ones are down to half price? Yes, Nina, which ones are down to half price? Charlotte Tilbury lipsticks. Oh, on the John Lewis website. Do you know what? I bought another bra yesterday. I know I shouldn't have done, but it was half price on John Lewis. And I've been looking at it on the Bravissimo site. And I got the matching pants, both half price. They had them available in my size. Another red bra. I should have got in contact with Shahina to get a further discount. I didn't think. But I'm going to have a look at their beauty sale. The Limitless Lucky Lips are down to half price. Ooh. Well, my favourite Limitless Lucky Lips is the Raspberry Charm. It's quite like this, actually. This is Trini's. It looks like this. I can't move around a lot looking for things today. Oh, you don't get an extra discount. Okay. Fair enough. A CT Skincare with 30% off. Oh, I'll have to have a look. You're considering getting the New Wave lipstick. Yes, I know you've been considering that for a while, haven't you, Stacey? I think, Stacey, you need to get over this. If it's orange, I won't like it. Oh, New Wave. Sorry, I was thinking you were talking about Island Dream, because you've been considering Island Dream, haven't you? Terry, did you get Island Dream? You were considering getting Island Dream. I remember Terry saying in the comments she was thinking on it. Did you get it? See, again, it looks nothing on the swatch. But I love it on my lips. Absolutely love it. New Wave is a bit purple. Yes, I've got New Wave. Do you want to see New Wave? Fortunately, it's here. You're still on the fence. There you go. That's New Wave. So it's a pinky purple. Do you want me to lip swatch it? Do you want me to put it on my lips? Okay. Your wish is my command. This looks terrible, doesn't it? It's all lipstick. Right. By the way, this is a different nail polish to the one I was wearing the other week. This is the one that I think Nina mentioned that's in the Pop collection. And Nina will tell you the name because I've forgotten the name. Nina inspired me to put it on today. I'm sure it was Nina that said, oh, that looks like the one in the Pop collection. Now, if I swatch this on the lightest part of my arm, it's not going to look as dissimilar on different skin tones, this one, because it's a bit darker. Now with me, the reason I like this lipstick, you didn't get Island Dream. I loved it on you. After watching YouTube videos of others, I knew it would lean orange on me. I've got enough lipsticks like it. That's fair enough. Yes, it is like the Pat McGrath Orchid one. But it's probably a little bit lighter. Yes, it's a bit lighter than that one. The Orchid one is lovely, but it's quite dark. This is more of a summery. It's fuchsia, but it leans a bit more purple than fuchsia. And I love, the reason I love this on me is because it's got quite a bit of blue in it. You know, again, we're talking about pinks, and if this leaned a bit more red, it would be a bit more bright fuchsia. It's got a bit more blue in it. And because of that, it's a contrast with the warm undertone. And it goes really nicely with a olive complexion. So I think it looks really good on Indian skin tones. That's not to say it won't look good on a cool skin tone. It will, because it's cool. It's a cool undertone. The blue makes it cool. It's still got a bit of warm from the pink, but the blue in it makes it cool. But it will probably look darker on you if you're fairer skinned. Terry wants to know, Stacey, did you get Island Dream? going to have a look at John Lewis because I might get a few discounts. It doesn't look like Velvet Underground. No. Velvet Underground, again, I think is pinker and it's brighter. Now, you see, I love American Sweetheart and English whatever. I know the ones you mean. But you see, you get a feel for what washes you out and what doesn't. I mean, there's certain nude lipsticks that completely make me look like a corpse. That would look beautiful on some of you with fairer skin tones. So you can see it's quite a simple look I've done today, but is this going to melt on me? They don't normally. But I did put quite a thick layer underneath of the Just a Touch. So what I'm going to do is take a little bit of powder and set it. English Beauty, that's the one. Now, English Beauty is Matte Revolution, and American Sweetheart is Kissing Formula. See, I'm just going to dab a little bit of Charlotte's airbrush powder over the top. Because it's hot, they don't normally... Trinity's eyeshadows don't normally start to kind of split or melt. But because it's quite hot today, I could see it starting to shift a little bit. So just whack some powder over the top. You'd love it if it looked that way on Ali. Maybe I need to explore some lipsticks that are going to look... So basically what you're looking for is something that is going to have that browny gold, but not lean too orange on you. Because this... Yeah, I can see this is a sort... You want something that's almost brown. And when I say that, it probably won't look very good in the tube again. But it's almost brown. It's the colour of the lips. It hasn't got the orange in it. You don't wear runway royalty. Oh, is Nina off? No worries, Nina. Don't worry, Jennifer. Late again. We'll have to go back when you finish. Just hello, Ali and everyone. Hello there. Now, have I missed saying hello to anyone? Apart from that, I've just said hello to Jennifer. Hello, Bushra, Stacey, Maria. And of course, the people watching that don't comment, hello to you. I keep thinking about that poor little boy in London that's on life support. Has anyone else been following that? Bosworth's Beauty. It's still in the box. Well, Bosworth's Beauty would look lovely on you, Bushra. You should get it out. Do you have the Pat McGrath one to swatch it with New Wave? I do, but at the moment, Stacey, I'm finding it difficult to move around, and it's not within reach. So can you just remind me? If I don't, I'll send you the picture later. I'll definitely do you a swatch side by side though. I'm struggling to move around a lot today. Same here. Oh, what, Maria? You're the same thinking about... No, do you know what no one's talking about? Just before I go, obviously it's a very controversial case and people are very divided about... So for those of you in the States, there's a boy in the UK who was found hanging back in April. And it's not sure whether he was doing an online challenge or it was a suicide attempt, but he was taken to hospital. The local hospital decided to transfer him to a London hospital, and he's been there ever since, and the doctors are saying they need to turn the machines off, and the parents have been going to court and basically leaving no stone unturned because they want him to have more time. Doctors are saying he's gone already. One of the things that no one's talked about. Now, I put a comment earlier on a Facebook thing, because everyone's going into, and as I said, it's 50-50 split between people that saying, you know, they should keep fighting, and other people that saying they should let him go. But when I was in the NHS, I used to, because I was a service manager, we'd all have to do serious untoward incidents. I think latterly they became known as serious incidents. We had to investigate them. So if there was an unexpected death, we had to investigate them. And we'd investigate a case that was outside our service. Now, if I was doing that now, and what no one seems to be mentioning is this, because I think that this is really relevant to what is going on now and why the parents do not trust what the doctors are saying. The doctors are clearly saying he's brainstem dead, and they don't believe it. And I think it all goes back to when he was first admitted to hospital. Now, as I understand it, and I may have got this wrong, so please correct me if I'm wrong, but from what I've read, when he was first admitted to hospital back in April, that when he first arrived, they said they were putting him into an induced coma. Now, if you're putting somebody into an induced coma, that is suggestive of the fact that he was breathing, albeit with difficulty, and that there was a brain injury there, and they wanted to give it time for the swelling to go down and therefore breathe for him to take that pressure off him. That's what they do. So they put him into, she was told, at least that's what I've read, she was told he was put into an induced coma. And then they said, we're transferring him to the Royal London. Now, the Royal London is a major London teaching hospital. And Southend is, I mean, Linda sometimes watches this. Linda lives near there. Not in Southend, but she lives near or thereabouts. Well, I suppose I live near there. Southend is about 50 miles away from London. And my question would be, I'm not disputing what the doctors are saying now. I mean, I don't frankly have the information to know one way or the other. And I wouldn't, maybe if I was a parent, I'd be questioning the doctors, but I don't know enough to question whether he is or is not. And I don't doubt that he is, if the doctors are saying it, but I know situations where doctors tell you things happened with my mum, actually, where they were telling us it was time to let go, but she wasn't brainstem dead. So anyway, I'm not going to get into that. But what I wanted to say about this is, because everyone's focusing on that issue, everybody's focusing on it, is if 3 days, I think it was 2 or 3 days after getting to the Royal London, they told the family that there was no hope, time to switch off the machines. Now, if you put yourself into the position, and I think this is where the distrust started. If I, as a mother, that God forbid, admitted my son to my local hospital and they said, we're going to put him in an induced coma and transfer him to the Royal London, which is a major London teaching hospital, immediately that sets up the expectation that he's treatable. And then he gets to the Royal London after a long journey. 50 miles when you're on life support is a long journey. And they say, there's no hope, switch off the machine. So my question would be, why did they transfer him from Southend Hospital? And if he was treatable then, what has changed and when? And I think if you drill down on that and explain that to the parents, or if that had been explained a bit more earlier, I think it wouldn't have got to the point where any of us would have heard about it. They would have come to an agreement. There would have been trust there. But I would be the same if somebody had said to me, we're transferring him to a London teaching hospital, and we got in an ambulance for 50 miles and gone to the Royal London, and then they said immediately after getting there, well, there's no hope. Then I would be mistrusting, thinking, hang on, what's going on? Why did we come all the way from Southend to London? And no one's asking this. And I think they need to explore that. Who made that decision? What was the purpose of that transfer? And what was the clinical picture at that point? Or, here's another question. Did they, exactly, this is something else that is quite likely. You pick up on parents that are going to challenge. You know what I mean? And you pick up on that as a health professional quite quickly, because we had parents challenging us all the time in eating disorders. Were they just trying to get rid of the problem onto somebody else? Because they knew there were going to be problems and that there was going to be a lack of acceptance to send him to the Royal London? Or was it a clinical decision? Because whoever transferred him to the Royal London gave her hope. And then when it was taken away very shortly afterwards, she didn't trust that decision. And I think that is the key moment in this that needs to be looked at and explored, because I think that would have prevented an awful lot of this. And was there negligence? Did the move cause him to deteriorate? You know, did the transfer cause him they don't want to transfer him now. Obviously, he's in a very different clinical situation. He is, but they're trying to get him moved to a hospice now. And there's a legal battle over that. But anyway, that's my kind of take on that. And I know a lot of you in the UK are following it. And I keep thinking about it because they keep saying that they're going to switch off the machine and then they give it another day. And it's you feel it as a mother. You feel it. Thank you, Maria. I've hit the... And I don't understand, Maria, why no one's talking about that. Even in the courts, I've looked at the transcript. No one has questioned why was he transferred to a major London teaching hospital if he was brainstem dead. And if he wasn't, what changed and when and why? That is what I would be looking at. But that was part of my training when I was doing these major incidents, these serious incidents. We had to go into all of that and look at the root cause, go back and look at the root cause of something going wrong. And that to me was the critical moment, the critical decision-making moment that lost that parent's trust in the profession, because she was given hope, snatched away, and without any explanation of what had changed. And it may have been that something drastically changed in that time, and that when they transferred him, there was a real reason for it. But unless they've explained that properly to the parents, then it's just gonna, she's not gonna trust them. Why would you? I just wonder if someone had said all of this to her at Southend, whether it would have got in to that, whether it would have got to this, you know? I know, the poor parents. Yes, he's being kept alive by machines. Anyway, I just wanted to talk about, because it's been on my mind, and if you're in the UK, you cannot avoid it. It's on the news. It's top story on the news every day. Yeah, but Trump isn't getting involved in this case. So the people, I think everyone knew about the Charlie Gard case in America because Trump got involved on that one, didn't he? He put his oar in. Anyway, I'm going to go. I'm going to keep this lipstick on. I know it doesn't match my headband, but I quite like it. Have a lovely day, everyone. And I'll see you all soon. Don't forget to like the live. And I will try. I'm really struggling with motivation because of my pain at the moment. I need to say that again, because it's not me being lazy or that I can't be bothered with the channel. I'm just really struggling with motivation and my pain. So I need to get these videos out. And the silly thing is that I've actually filmed a lot of them. So I will get them out as soon as I can. Love you all. Take care. Mwah.